Hi, I'm Will Stetson, CFO.
I'm Wesley Moore, CMO.
I'm Jack Lopez, CEO.
I'm Jackson Escamilla, COO.
And I'm Matthew Rendon, and I'm the CCO of Hice. Now, who here has ever had an ache, a pain, or an injury before? Definitely right. Okay. So that's where Hice comes in. Hice is the first ever all-electric heating and cooling pad that is temperature-controlled, mobile, and adjustable to fit any part of your body. Our story, how do we come up with this product, this idea, is that we are all athletes, whether it be football, cross country, soccer, or baseball. We've all dealt with our fair share of aches and pains, and we all understand the struggle of using a sweaty ice pack or a heating pad that leaves you confined to your home, plugged into a wall.
I myself have spent months of rehab and facilities getting ice packs, heating pads, and I fractured my back, and I really couldn't do it all myself, getting up, going to get stuff from the fridge, from the freezer, from the microwave, and it was all just too much of a hassle for me.
Some of the competitors that we face in today's market are things such as Icy Hot. We have big freezer bags that you throw in the freezer that are super heavy and very uncomfortable to use. We have microwavable heating pads that have no way to adjust to your body. They get very hot, and they even have the ability to burn, as this one is a little bit brown and black. We have heating pads that you plug into a wall. These are great and all, but they leave you confined to a bed, and it's very hard to keep them molded to your body. We also have just a regular bag of ice that is very awkward and very uncomfortable to lay on, and makes it very easy or very uneasy to get that injury affected area. Why are we unique? What makes us so different is that we have that mobile ability. It's very easy for you to use our product, whether it be at work, at school, in between classes, grocery shopping. We also have fast recovery because we do have that mobile aspect. You are able to use our product more often. We also have the ability to heat and cool with one device. You don't have to get up to the freezer to fill up another one of these, and you don't have to get up and throw this in the microwave for another 60 seconds. And then we also have the adjustable aspect. Very easy to go from a knee to an elbow to a shoulder, or even a thigh to a lower back as well.
Our plan to take to market is going to consist of a lot of social media to start with, whether that be via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, anything that we can get our hands on social media-wise. And then we're going to reach out to doctor offices near us here by the high school. And then we're going to talk to our trainers here at the high school, give them some of our prototypes to test with our athletes here. And then we're also going to reach out to colleges near us to test with their trainers and athletes as well.
So this is actually an example of our website that is finished and our social media page. So the technology behind this product is called a thermoelectric heating and cooling patch, which he is handing to you now. So what happens is when energy goes into the patch itself, one side gets very hot because it draws the energy out from the other side, creating a hot and cold effect, which we are looking for. We plan to implement, we are the first company to implement this patch into our product. Typically is used in refrigerators or larger appliances, but we plan to, so the patch in front of you, or the pad in front of you, is roughly the size and weight of the pad that we plan to use. And every pad will come with a patch inside of it, which we will make sure you can't feel, and thermal conductors throughout to allow for proper disbursement of heat and cooling. We are the first company to market with this technology in this way.
Right now, we are working with an electrical engineer, David Dotson at eControls, who's helping us with the prototyping. We also have a finished website. It's loading.
We've already shown you all.
Oh. Yeah, well, the picture that was up there before was the homepage of our website. We also have two social media platforms at the moment, Instagram and Facebook. We also have a proof of concept, so those little thermoelectric pads can get to 0 degrees Celsius and 80 degrees Celsius. We've also consulted doctors like Dr. Childs and Dr. Warman. Right now, we're testing the temperature and to make sure it's at a comfortable temperature for your body. the weight and battery life. Right now we're looking at a 2-hour battery life, and the durability and types of straps for the adjustability aspect in our product.
80% of the U.S. population gets injured each year. And of that 80%, 36% of those people are student athletes. That gives us a total addressable market of $1.6 billion, and in San Antonio alone, a market of $480,000. Now, these estimates are disregarding all ages besides those student athletes. So we plan to sell our product for $80, and we expect a 60% gross margin, which is about $50 profit per unit. Our one-year projections, we expect to sell 1,500 units with a total revenue of $120,000. And we also expect a 75% growth rate going into year 2, as we're going to expand to different cities and schools across Texas. We are asking for the full $500 to buy things such as thermoelectric packs, wiring, circuit board, and most importantly, our heat conductive solution, as that is a critical part in our pack working.
So come join us and take back your life with Hice.
Great concept. I think your total addressable market is way too low. It's fine that you want it, the first market that you target, you need to be very focused and do it well. So you all have chosen athletes, but look at this table of people. Old athletes, maybe? Yeah.
Besides the fact that we're all athletes.
Yeah.
What do you say?
But so as you look at your total addressable market, you should think about way beyond just the athlete, because this would be a product, especially with the ease of use, for, you know, the over 35 crowd.
I think, guys, so minimum viable product. So this technology's been around, you said?
Yes, sir. It's been around actually since the late 1800s, but it's only been used in large appliances until now.
Until now. So
Yes,
it's been in use in large appliances. So I would focus your time on, number one, can this product be retrofitted to solve the problem that we're talking about? You know, 0 degrees, you know, that's plenty cold. That's probably too cold. So you're going to have to, honestly, you're going to have to regulate that. Is 80 degrees optimal for heat on a medical, you know, thing? I'm not sure what that temperature is, but it doesn't seem that.
Celsius. 80 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Celsius. Okay.
Yes.
Then you're good.
Yes.
You've yeah. So you part of your problem is going to be regulating, because those can be dangerous temperatures. Battery life is probably a big thing. You know, heating elements tend to draw a lot of power. So understanding, you know, you're right on the edge of, you know, lithium ion. It's come so far so fast. So, and it's only getting better. So this, your timing's probably great. I like it. I think it's a great idea, and I love that you have gotten this far this fast. I would get out and really, you know, test the product and show us some empirical evidence when you come back.
So I want to understand how the product works a little bit better. So this thing can get hot or cold, or does it? It sounded like you were saying it was getting hot and cold at the same time.
So the way it works is, so say the side that your thumb is on, that side, for example, when it's connected to an electric power source, that side will get hot, because it draws energy from the other side, which in turn leaves that back side where your index finger is cold.
Okay. So
the way it works in a fridge basically is that they're all, you know, stacked up in the back of it, and when you open the fridge, of course, it's cold, the freezer cold, but the hot air that blows out the bottom and around the sides, that's that heating part being released from the fridge.
Okay, and so then this thing, sorry, I don't know what to do this. This thing fits into here.
Yes, well,
heats up or cools off the gel. Is that right?
Yes. So the gel is there as kind of like an additive to make it a little bit more hot and cold and a little bit more form-fitting to your body. So yes, so those gel beads, where they get hot, that'll make them all nice and hot, and then if they get cold, they'll get all nice and cold as well.
Okay, so you talked about it being mobile.
Yes.
So is there a battery pack? Is that?
Yes. So we plan to actually, with the engineer that we're working with right now, David Dotson, we plan to make our own circuit board, as well as develop or find a battery that is suitable with that as well.
Okay. Do y'all have any idea how long something You talked about not having to go back to the fridge to get more ice, not having to go back to heat up your little bag. Like a big part of this, if you're going to make that as a unique proposition with regard to your product, is you need to be able to understand like what is the longevity of that battery. Like, you know, can you do it for hours, and to be able to really draw that out.
Right.
Yeah, and I think going off of what Julie said, definitely look at your target market, because again, I definitely think that sports is good and you've got to focus somewhere, but the other middle-aged group of people, and traveling, right? I mean, this is nice for travel. You can do a lot of things with it. So I think that it's a great idea, and I'm very impressed as well with how far you've come in such a short time.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a great job. Number one, I love the name. I mean, that's, you know, when you're trying to build brand equity, a lot of it is just that sort of simplicity. But the hot, cold, hot ice, Hice. I mean, it's a very, very good name. I mean, we know that heat and cold works in helping with athletic injuries or any sort of injuries or even chronic pain. I mean, I think there's a whole like geriatric population here that you could address, right? not pointing to Henry, you know, but I think one thing you need to focus on is if you improve out the technology, I think focusing on that mobility and being untethered for a defined period of time, and then defining this is the period of time that it takes per treatment cycle to help with these specific injuries, whatever it is, a torn muscle, ligament, you know, post-op pain recovery, whatever it is. Focus on those specific use cases. Here's how long it takes. It's an hour and 20 minutes is recommended. Our battery lasts for 2 hours. Therefore, our pitch of mobility, being clean, all tied together into one nice package as opposed to the breaking ice bag. Why that matters, because that's how you'll overcome what Mr. Sauer was saying around, you know, do you have to go back and charge it? You want to remove every reason somebody can say no in your pitch right out of the gate. And that's one of the hardest things to do when you're pitching a new product. The other thing I would think of, this is like so fun to play with. I would have small little, just in your marketing, just little squishies that are branded Hice, just to keep around and for people to play with. Seriously, you got to think about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the other thing, not to sound like a broken record, but this is for sure, would benefit from looking at doing a method patent, right? So in a method patent, it's cheap. You file an initial set of claims, and what you care about is what's called a priority date. So you want a priority filing date. Like on this day, yeah, it cost us $1,500, but we filed this set of claims for using this sort of technology in a new way. You haven't, I mean, you didn't create fire. That's a bad analogy. But you're using existing technology for a different type of use, and that sort of method patent or method IP can be very valuable. So I think you actually have a real product here outside the incubator. So I would start thinking about that right now, about how do you on the side meet with a patent attorney, look, it's not expensive, but you want to get that set of broad claims filed initially if you really think you have a product you want to take to market. It's very cool. It's well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Great job, miss. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Good job. Matthew, good job, man.